know whether, like, I know on my other channel, when I do the vertical lives, they kind of go up quick or the notifications go out quickly. I don't know whether it's going to happen on this channel or not, but I don't even care. I'm here because I want to discuss what we watched last night with that Tyson Paul fight. I want to have that discussion. Um, and hopefully they do send out notifications because I'm gonna need y'all in here. I see somebody hit the like button. Thank you. Because we gotta talk. We have got to talk. I have not even really gotten started for today yet. Well, I kind of have. I've been all outside and everything, but I have not started doing other stuff. Hey, Jenny Patterson, what's up, girl? But we got to talk about this. This was crazy. For those of y'all who came to Discord and watched with us last night, I'm glad you did. That was so much fun. I think we had more fun in Discord than watching. Hey, high mental abilities. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, please, and thank you. But I think we had more fun in Discord than actually watching the fights on the undercard and the main event. Hi, I can't pronounce your name, but hey, everybody's welcome. Hey, Kia Mia. See, I didn't see that miss, but saw some of the highlights. Why was Mike's butt out like that? Girl, we gonna talk about it in here. You should have came to Discord because we had a whole fool. We had a fool of a time in there. We did. The commentary on the fight was straight garbage. However, we had some stupid commentary in Discord. We had a wonderful time. Mike did blind us with booty cheeks at one point, but we're gonna talk about that. So, y'all, please hit the like button. Please share the video. Please use your engagement button at the bottom. What else I need to tell y'all? If it's your first time, tell us it's your first time so we can welcome you because we're happy to have you here. And share the video because somebody else might want to talk about this mess too. Okay, so boom. Your baby had a fever. Oh, I'm sorry. Is he better? How old is he? Don't leave me hanging like this. What's going on with the baby? Hey, direct video Vine. Absolutely not, but you're funny, and I like that. So look, let's talk about this Tyson fight. The whole undercard. First of all, Niraj Goyat, I think is how you say this guy's name. Goyat. Um, Niraj was more of a comedian, I think, than a boxer. Nunez was way too inexperienced for that to be an interesting fight. Other than watching Niraj Goyat's antics, the back humping was kind of funny. He's still feeling under what he's 8 months. Okay, hold on real quick, but we're gonna get back to the fight. But I'm a mom and a granny first. So, hi Sandy. It upset my system too. Let me talk to Kia Mia because her baby's not well. Is the If the fever is still there, Kia, what you may need to do, this is from one old mama to a new one. Hey N1, you may need to put him like in a lukewarm bath, even if you have to get in there with him. Add a little like white alcohol and a little bit of like crushed aspirin to the water and like rub it on his little body. Another thing that helps if they got a fever that just won't break, if you don't have palm or Christian leaves, buy a cabbage and use cabbage leaves, put it across his little chest and his little belly and his head and try to draw that fever out of his body, okay? Because fevers are super, super, super dangerous, okay? But I'm crossing my fingers for you and saying prayers for you. It is not easy when they're tiny. It's not easy at all, okay? Direct video Vine, you're funny. No, we don't give babies that. We don't do that. We have to handle them with kid gloves. Bianca Edwards, my head archangel is in the chat. You have cabbage in the fridge? Good. Take it out, warm it with your hands a little bit first, Kia Mia. Don't put it straight on his body fresh out the fridge. Let it warm down a little bit, like room temperature. I don't know where Zamanda is. I don't know. Are you from there? Are you saying we look like cousins? Are we cousins from Zamanda? Where's Zamanda? N1, I am. I'm ready to cook. It's gonna be fun. Hey, Average Joe. Average Joe, darling, you don't know me. We have a whole prayer list in our Discord. So now maybe you're one of those heathens from another place. And if you're a heathen, then I will pray for you. I promise you, we will add you to the prayer list because we don't want you to go to hell either. Now, you could go, but we don't want you to go to hell. Okay? In one, I am from Florida. You're welcome, Kia Mia. Kush Boy 420. I knew what he was talking about. I was just picking at him for being so dumb that he couldn't spell it. That's all. Mm-hmm. Brittany Ray, you have a baby with a fever too? Thank you, Jenny. You know what, Kush Boy? Listen, Auntie is not. Listen, I'm not that type of granny. I'm not that type of granny or auntie. Okay, I got love, but I will wrap you up if you need to be wrapped up. You need all the prayers you can get. And listen, we got it for you over here. We laugh, we play, but we do pray. All right. So back to this fight last night. So, like I said, Niraj Goyat or Goyat. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that man's name. Hey Bianca, this fat Muppet person, get him out of here. Because apparently he's really bored and probably unemployed. Let's get him out. Thank you. Um, thank you, direct video vine. You say a hot granny? Oh. Do you mean my hot flashes? Okay. In that regard, I might be. I might be. So Goyet gave us antics. It wasn't much of a fight. Nunez was way too green. Goyet had fast hands. His hands were super, super, super fast. The problem was, hi Con TV. Um, that he was fast, but he didn't have no power. I think he landed like 17,015 punches and absolutely no cuts, no swelling. It was like I was trying to figure out like, did you hit him with pillows? Did you hit him with cotton balls? Because there was like zero damage. My daughter has kittens. I've watched them fight, and they actually produce more damage than Goyat, but it was entertaining. Brittany Ray say, no, just curious because I'm a more natural person and thinking about having another baby soon. Okay, so what you do is leave them on his body until the cabbage leaves themselves, until you see them start to wilt a little bit. And that's your indication that they're pulling the fever out of the body. Now, I'm going to tell you what you can also do. Y'all press pause, time out real quick on the fight because we got moms in here and prospective moms. Um, Palm of Christian leaves. That's the same plant that like castor oil comes from. Now you can actually buy your castor oil seeds. They sell them on Amazon, eBay, everywhere. Plant them. They grow really, really easy, and it's good to keep one in your yard. The leaves grow really big, so one leaf would probably cover their whole little chest and trunk of their body, and you can use another leaf on their head. Now those leaves, the tips of them when they wilt, they actually start to curl up, so you know that it's actually drawing the fever out. But in the absence of that, the cabbage leaf will do the same thing and wait till you see it start to wilt, and then remove it, check the baby's fever, and see if you need to use another one. Okay, cool. So, said, listen, when I saw Tyson stumble on his way in, I thought, oh no, it's the debate all over again. Well, this is the thing, right? Hey, micro farming. Welcome. Oh, Lord. Kenny Adams, you a little excited, aren't you? My hubby and I are already going to Hawaii. Thank you. Leave micro farming alone, Kia Mia. He didn't say nothing bad. Micro farming, you're okay. Keep praying, micro farming. You'll find one. So listen, listen, listen. Hey, DV. So in any event, that happened. The next fight to me was not worth mentioning. The next one was not worth mentioning at all. Not even a little bit. Um, we had a couple of knockdowns. Sad to say, I think the most exciting fight of the night The most exciting fight of the whole evening to me was the young ladies, which would have been Serrano and what's the other chick's name? The one that kept headbutting her. Somebody tell me her name. Katie. Dang, Katie somebody or other. Taylor, Katie Taylor. To me, first of all, and I was surprised. That was the most action-packed fight of the night. That was the most action-packed fight of the night. Thank you, microfarming. Most action-packed, the most riveting, the most exciting, and also the most frustrating, in my opinion. I know a lot of people were frustrated with Mike's fight. I get it. I get it. But to me, the Serrano Taylor fight was the most frustrating. We were in Discord. Everybody who was in Discord can tell you, I was literally screaming at the screen. I could not believe what I was watching. Taylor is absolutely a dirty fighter. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say. Taylor is a dirty fighter. She was dirty as pig slop dirty. I mean, just it was unbelievable. Brittany said, thank you. You should do a video on stuff for us natural moms because it's very difficult when they're infants and get sick. Thank you again. Oh, you're welcome. I'm a veteran. I got adult children. I've been doing this a long time, so I know exactly what you mean. It's really tough when you don't want to give them a bunch of chemicals because I don't do chemicals on babies either if I can help it. M1 said, man, I couldn't even see none of the girls fight because Netflix was acting up. It was. How crazy was that? Netflix literally decided to have this fight, to actually show this fight. And instead of preparing ahead of time, they had to know they were going to get a lot of traffic, a whole lot of traffic, and they were not prepared. Like, it's crazy. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, when I say it all, at all. Um, thank you, N1. N1, you're going to make me give you a wrench because you are moderating my chat and I like it. But in any event, it was just crazy. They were not prepared for the amount of people that were going to be watching, and they crashed midway through. We were literally in the Discord watching, and it just kept buffering. We had to go out and come back in. But yeah, we were able to watch that fight, and I was super frustrated. Sandy, you're right. She kept headbutting Serrano on purpose, and the refs weren't calling it. Yeah, he only took away 1 point. And even after he took away the point, she kept headbutting. And not only was she headbutting, she was scrubbing her huge mango, not even mango, her huge watermelon head against that girl's cut. Her eyebrow was already cut because she headbutted her. And then she kept headbutting her in the same spot and rubbing her head against the cut. It was absolutely disgusting. And throwing her huge body on that girl. Every time that girl popped her, she kept laying her wide self on that girl. It was horrible. She's not a fighter. And then to watch them give her that fight, the scorecard, the unofficial scorecard had Serrano ahead. Everybody who was watching had Serrano ahead, and they gave her that fight. There's no reason why they should have given her that fight. The original fight between the two of them, from what I've seen of that, it was more the same, headbutting, dirty fighting, and they gave her that one too. And apparently she's done it to quite a few fighters, and they keep allowing her to do it. Some people, some people are trying to figure out if this is a color thing or what is it. Because why is this flat, pasty, fluffy, lackluster person being allowed to do this and get away with it and be rewarded? Because I was disgusted. I was so pissed off by the end of that fight. Honestly, if I wasn't watching it with you guys, I would have just turned it off. Micro farming. Bianca is like a baby sister to me. Don't go sniffing around that direction unless you can afford to marry our dear daughter. You can't take her like that. DB said, hope Netflix gets it together before the NFL games on the 25th. I will not watch another major event on there because that was too frustrating. It was way too much. Hey, Queena. He does micro farming. Thank you. He absolutely does. And thank you, Euro African. Yeah, so that was a lot. Okay. If you can take care of our girl and you meet her standards, we might be able to work out something. But we protect our girls over here. We protect our beautiful young girls over here. Hey God, 365 nonstop. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your day too. So yeah, so that was frustrating, but we got through it. And then we get on to the Tyson and Paul fight. Sandy, you were screaming at the screen too. They are. It's unfortunate, but they are, and that was disgusting. Um. Oh, you're welcome, micro farming. So, oh, you're welcome, God 365 nonstop. Yeah, Tyson was not in great condition. So he had the knee brace on. They said the knee brace came off. We got to see tea time. I think this was the first time that Netflix broadcasted a major event like this. It was crazy. They were not equipped. They were not prepared, and they proved it. Rick said it made you cry. It hurt my heart, but I was just watching like, okay, let me see. My first thoughts. My first thoughts were, yes, we're getting older, and I didn't like that at all. Um, my first thought was Mike ain't got no business in this ring. Mike is almost 60 years old. Mike is almost 60. So I was like, first of all, why are you getting in the ring with this 28-year-old boy? Okay, why? With this pup. Hey, Halo H. Happy Saturday. God bless you too. That was my first thought. Um, his behavior at the weigh-in, I was like, okay, Mike still got a little bit of feistiness, but he don't look like the same Mike because he's almost 60. Grind said, yes, I am. Halo, I do feel like he probably wanted the fight person. That's cool. But I just didn't have a good feeling about it. Okay. His legs were not stable coming to the ring. 40 million. I mean, for 40 million, I'm getting in there too. You know what I mean? Bad back, bad knee. I got the gout. But for 40 million, I'm getting in there. I'm telling you, I'm getting in there. Hey, Heal the Land, please. Heal the Land says, once I found out Mike had hip surgery, I knew it was going to be tough. Those and hips don't have that. Those and hips don't have that energy anymore. Yeah, like once the hip goes, just forget it. I will say this. I will say this. For that type of money, me, my arthritis, my gout, my bad back, my bad knee, and my stiff right hip, we're all getting in the ring with the 28-year-old. If that's what it is, if that's what it, if honestly, if that's what this was about, Mike, shout out to you. You suffered and you suffered and you suffered and you lost almost all of your money. You had tramps like Kenya Moore and Robin Givens eating your money up. So if this was you shaking back, then Mike shake back. And I don't have a problem with it. I really do not have a problem with it at all. It was perfectly okay. It was okay. But I knew, yeah, that is why he was falling instead of dancing. Yeah, because I like his legs didn't look steady. Roy Jones was ringside and he kept saying, like, I don't like the way his legs look. I don't like the way his legs look. Anyone say Paul played too much during the build-up. I agree. I get like if you knew what this was and you were just trying to make a good show to make people come watch or whatever, I get it. But I also feel like, yes, high mental abilities, the first house that hooker had, Mike Tyson bought it. But anyway, I digress. Y'all know I'm the gossip lady. I am the gossip lady and I will tell the business. I will tell all the business. I know his interview with the little kid, I don't think that was bad behavior. I think that was Mike. I think that was Mike being Mike. I think that was Mike sober, and that was Mike just saying how he felt. Yes, Halo, Kenya Moore from the Housewives. Her. Kenya Moore. That's the one. Sandy says, in my opinion, Tyson definitely held back. He was biting his glove to calm himself down. He bites anyway. He didn't throw as many punches because he could have knocked that child out. Not only that, Sandy, you got to consider, and I know you probably haven't fought. I have years ago, but I will tell you this and what I know for a fact, and just from being a boxing fan since I was tiny, tiny, and sitting on my dad's knee, you need a good center of gravity. Like if you don't have your legs throwing all those punches, you can literally throw yourself down. And I don't know if y'all realize this, those of you who are not boxing fans, you throwing power punches, if you miss, that takes a lot out of you. So he could have thrown too many punches and literally went down. He could have knocked himself down or thrown himself off balance, especially if he had trouble with his knees or had hip surgery or whatever, which he said that that was no excuse because he shouldn't have been in there. She was going with him. I don't know if we want to say dating, but she was going with him. That's what she was doing, Halo. N1 say Tyson don't want to risk too much. If he gets KO, those injuries gonna last on him for a long time. Not only that, like I said, he could have thrown himself to the ground. He literally could have thrown himself to the ground. But he wasn't though, Joe. You know? But what I will say, it was interesting watching, if I'm being completely honest, thank you, Queena. If I'm being completely honest, I think that Jake Paul probably did a lot of talking and whatnot leading up to it, upsetting people and everything and all that good stuff. But in the ring, I'm gonna say he was respectful. He was respectful. I don't think he went too far. I think he kind of I don't know. Personally, I feel like he did what he could do in the situation. I also want to look at it from the standpoint of he did make sure. Dang, B, I hit him. You unhit him. Hide him back. Hide him back. Thank you. um. MT. Well, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. You've been blocked, but I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Rick, you say he didn't bite nobody. That was a plus. Well, he only bit Evander that one time, and I think he, was going through something back then. Well, we all know he was going through something back then. Yep, we did it at the same time. Halo H said, I still don't think it was a fair fight. Double the age gap. Yeah, that was the thing. It was the age gap. Um, Watching a senior, albeit a senior that we all love and revere, but senior nonetheless, get in the ring with a 28-year-old in top condition. It was a lot to see. But from the other side of things, the young man knew he could make a lot of money and he knew he could put the money into Tyson's pocket. And these people are not enemies. So I, in no way, don't think, do I think that Mike was not okay with how it went down. He wanted to get in that ring. He wanted to be able to say that he went the distance with this kid. He did say that he wanted, because this was at his request, that they had 2-minute rounds, which I think was good because of his age or whatever. He's saying that he doesn't know that that this is gonna be his last fight. I hope that it is. Although, it's good to see him. It's always good to see him out there. A lot of us, there's a lot of nostalgia. But I think you gotta stop and stop, damaging your body. Stop hurting yourself. Um, Nicholas says, I have to admit, I'm so disappointed. I wanted Mike to knock that fool out. A lot of people did. A lot of people did. Listen, DV Bianca does not play. Jerry Van Lennep says, I went in the ring when I was 22 for 3 times 1 minute. So for three times for 1 minute, I guess. It was so exhausting. People that never been in the ring won't understand. 60-year-olds going 8 rounds is crazy. It is. It is. Seeing him go the distance, even though there were 2-minute rounds, like it literally almost brought like a little tear to my eye. Almost. Almost. I'm not that fragile, but I was like, Mike. You know, he was doing it. Rick says he was hungrier than, you mean Evander Holyfield? You put aghast. I don't think you meant that, right? Tea Time said, I didn't see that weigh in. They were close to the same weight. Yeah, they were. They were. Halo H says, I respect him, though I'd be scared. Tyson did his best considering the circumstances. Yes. Yes. Hey, happy to be happy. Michael Phillips says, the mind believes you can, but the body just doesn't respond the same way when you are younger as compared to being older. Time catches up with all of us. One of the announcers said one of the most accurate things that I've heard in a long time, which was Father Time is undefeated. And he is. Father Time is absolutely undefeated. Um, Whether we like it or not, Father Time, as my daddy used to say, will pick your pockets. And unfortunately for us, Father Time has absolutely picked Mike's pockets. And I'm not knocking it because he's picked mine too. He's picked my pockets too. Okay. N1, you are not wrong to tell micro farming to calm down. Okay, micro, we are tight, we good. Okay, and I appreciate you, your respect or whatever. But you see, Bianca is not responding, so you got to take the hint. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she's interested, then y'all do what y'all need to do. But you got to wait and see if the lady responds now. Tea Time says, instead of the ring, Jake Paul wouldn't touch Mike in a parking lot behind a 7-Eleven, though. He shouldn't. That man is old enough to be his daddy. Micro USB said, just scrolling, saw your title. Serrano was definitely robbed. She did so much more and showed so much more power. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, she is? Okay, well, that is wonderful. See how nice that is? So y'all talk out there. But yeah, so I knew that Mike was really let me not say new because I didn't know. But I felt like when hi Matt, how you doing? Everybody's welcome here. So please understand, even if and let me be very clear because this is my main channel, this is not my news channel. I don't care who you voted for, you are welcome here. So if you voted for Trump, shout out to you, okay? And for everybody else, if you voted for that other lady, shout out to you. Nobody will ever be picked on for who you voted for. Oh no, Matt, no disrespect at all. I'm just letting you know that you are welcome. And I'm making it clear in case anybody else sees who you voted for and felt like, oh, we're going to attack him. You're not. We're not doing that over here. I don't want to see any of that weird stuff. Okay? No weird stuff. Micro USB say, I didn't even know who they were going in because I'm not into boxing like that. But I really didn't like all of Taylor's grappling and not fighting in a boxing match. Oh yeah. And she got away with it. I think that's the worst. Yep, Michael Fuller, you got me. Yeah, everybody's welcome here, baby. Everybody's welcome. I don't know who you are, Chief, but women have cleavage. Now I know that there are some people in this country that prefer to see boobs on men. But here's a little known fact. Women have boobs and you're going to be okay. Your mom had them too. So did your granny. We all have them. Okay? I know some of you new folks prefer your breast on men. But unfortunately for you, breasts come on women. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. Listen, micro USB, that's when I felt like Mike was giving us his behind the kiss. Hey DS. Hey LaShawn Don. That's when I felt like Mike was giving us his butt to kiss because if he was not giving us his butt to kiss, why when he was interviewed by his son, did he just walked away? And yeah, Bianca, tell him please misspell your curse words. Y'all can cuss, but please misspell them. He walked away and just gave us the jockstrap raw booty. I was traumatized for like 5 hours after that. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I don't want to see my heroes ashy old booty cheeks. Like I don't want to see grandpa cheeks. I might be granny, but I don't want to see grandpa cheeks. I don't want to just see random raw cakes. And Mike hit us with the random raw cakes. Tea time. I don't know why they're complaining about cleavage. Like women don't have like it's like they're confused that women have cleavage. Like you okay? You know, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. LaShonda Dunn says, I love them on women. Me too. I think women should have them. You know, if you think cleavage is for women, put a one in the chat, okay? Because people get weird. Jerry Van Lennep, I have children and a grand. I'm a whole grandma, okay? Since we talking about it, because I was on my news channel the other night and some weirdo was like trying to tell me to do something because he saw cleavage. And I'm like, women have cleavage. I like to see the ones in the chat because we're the people who think women should have cleavage, not men. I don't want my daughters and my nieces having to compete with men in wet t-shirt contests. I don't think that's what the Lord wants us to do. I don't really want to see breast on men. Okay? Leave the breast to the women. Leave it to the women. Wait a minute. Micro USB, you was watching the blonde lady, the one of the ringside girls. I know that's right. Hey, I'm that girl. What's up? Hey, high mental abilities. This fool said exactly. I know that's right. Oh, here, y'all, we got another one that's shocked that women have cleavage. It's Juan A. Juan, anything you want to tell us about yourself? That you're surprised that women have cleavage? Anything you want to share with us? We won't judge you. I swear. In one, it's a joke. I joke. I joke. Can we not joke? Mikhail Abdullah, yes, I am a real black woman. Authentic. I come with papers. I come with papers. Juan says, I love boobies. Well, then don't be weird. Don't be weird. That's all. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Let's all be normal. Thank you, Bijo. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm just like, everybody should be cool and not be strange. Like, don't be strange. But yeah, so I felt like Mike definitely gave us his butt to kiss when he turned around and hit us with the raw cheeks. I didn't really even know how to respond. I kept having flashbacks. And then I went into my Discord this morning and Bianca had posted the cheeks to like traumatize me again. The cheeks were there. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I came in really quick just to talk about this. But those of you who are regulars on the front porch, if you're not a regular, I'm going to need you to subscribe to my channel and come back. Okay? Because we have a good time, a really good time. Okay? Tea time, you're funny. Oh, man. You funny. You said that was Iron Cheeks. Yeah, I did not want to see Iron Cheeks. No. But listen, listen, listen. Jerry Van Lennep. I do have kids, and both of my daughters are far, far, far better looking than their mother. I don't look half as good as either one of my daughters. Not even a eighth as good as either one of my daughters. They both look much better than their mama. Much better. Mm-hmm. I'm old and haggard. They're young and fresh. Okay. Big Tito says civil rights was pushed back 60 years because of the Paul fight. Now, isn't that dramatic, Big Tito? We really going to civil rights being pushed back because Mike Tyson won $40 million? Let me get this straight. I need to understand. Big Tito. Favorite two sides, macaroni and cheese and cornbread dressing. Hi, the Bell family. That's sweet. But by the time we saying civil rights getting pushed back, because Mike won $40 million, can somebody please arrange for my civil rights to be pushed back? I need them pushed back. Do you know? Hey, Vicente. Do you know what I could do with $40 million? My oldest daughter loves to spend money. I bet you she could come up with a million things to do with $40 million. I need somebody to immediately push my civil rights back. Little Fettuccine says, "Is it dressing or stuff?" Dressing. I don't believe in no stuffing. Cornbread dressing, where you bake your cornbread and get the broth and the meat and the celery and bell peppers and onions and all that good stuff. Yeah, Jerry Van Lent. Mike ain't looking at no race stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm okay, Vicente. How are you? Your granny used to make that. That's what's up. Bianca, we was moving at the same time again. But yeah, so I think that's the whole that's the craziest part of all of this though. Mike got paid and I'm glad he got paid. I'm glad he didn't hurt himself or injure himself in there, but I really do want him to stop. Like I desperately want him to stop. Oh, T Man Towels, T-Man or T-Man Towels, thank you. You know why? Because I laugh, I don't treat people bad, and I pray. Okay? Jesus is the key. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody fool you. You need Jesus and laughter and treat people fair. Um, Jerry says he told in an interview that he don't care about legacy because it's an ego thing. Was interested to hear. He's right. He is right. That is an ego thing. Like people are gonna have their opinions about you and their memories of you after you gone anyway. Queen, anytime we do these verticalized trolls are gonna come through. That's why I need y'all. Shay says we should all be ashamed of following the hype train. Jake Paul's event should be ignored from now on. Yeah, I don't follow him, but I was anywhere Mike Tyson shows up, I'ma support Mike. Pastor, thank you. God bless you too. I do not want to see Mike Tyson in a rematch. T Mental says he want to see Mike in a rematch. No. No, we don't want to see that. No way. Micro USB, young people are notoriously disrespectful these days. I think that's just, sign of the times. Hey, Shani. I don't think they could do, I wouldn't do one round with him. You say Mike should fight an old boxer. Listen, Jerry, Mike don't need to fight nobody. The other old boxers are sitting down. Did you not see Evander and Lennox Lewis sitting up there looking like proper uncles? They look like well taken care of, well moisturized, well fed, happy, relaxed uncles. And so did Roy Jones. And that's what I want Mike to do. I know Mike still got that dog in him. He still want to fight. He still want to do his thing. And we love Mike. But come on. Mike, come on. Did you say Tyson versus Butterbean? He does still have it, and I want him to go out still having it. I don't want him to keep fighting when he's getting, hip surgery. and walking around with knee braces on and stumbling. Like watching him stumble really made my chest hurt. Like I had a few moments where I was like clutching my pearls because it was like, oh no 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 no, this can't happen to Mike. But I need him to chill. Manny, I do believe he did it for $40 million. You would have too. Now we ain't gonna judge him because for 40 million, I'm in. Like straight up, straight up. 40 million, I'm getting in there too. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like me with all my old lady ailments, that whole ring would have smelled like icy hot. Even if I'd have had a few of y'all to help me to climb up into that ring, I'd have gone. And like, make no mistake, Mike Tyson is not broke, but $40 million is not a small amount of money. And for that kind of money, hey, Michi Williams, for that amount of money, I'd have made one of you young whippersnappers help me into that ring. Bianca, Queen, I'd have been like, listen, them people said $40 million. If y'all don't help me get up here, I'm telling you, I would have needed a step stool and a pillow. Because, once we get old, we got to kneel down on stuff and then press down with our hands to stand up. So I would have needed all kind of help, but I promise you, I would have gotten that ring. Hey, King Fire. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on that. Shout out to Mike. That was a hell of an exhibition in my opinion. Um, Shout out to Jake Paul for setting it up and to make sure that Mike got $40 million. Shout out for the 40. Yes, Manny, I would have taken a nap in the ring. I'd have had one of y'all bring me a blanket and my heating pad right there. Okay. So I'm with it. Like I say, shout out to all of that. Um, Everybody. Matter of fact, shout out to everybody but Netflix. That's what I'm gonna go with. Shout out to everybody but Netflix because that was annoying. That was annoying. That was disgusting. The way they had us buffering last night. Y'all want a rematch for real? Okay, put a three in the chat if y'all think it should be a rematch. Manny said I wouldn't turn it down. Manny, me either, baby. Me either. With me and you, we together. Cause I'd have been in there. Michael Fuller says it's all about the money. Shanisha and Floyd can make that kind of money at their ages. Done deal. I mean, as long as he don't get hurt. As long as he don't get hurt, I'm okay with it. I just don't want him to be injured. Like this man has been a giant forever. Him being injured would upset me. Like I just don't want him injured. That's my only thought. Man, the buffering had me. We were logging completely out of Netflix and coming back in before it finally fixed. Micro says three with Mike on heel legs. I don't know. I think it was just it was crazy. It was a crazy ride. Um Micro farming, to be clear, I don't believe he did it. I didn't believe he did it then. I don't believe he did it now. So to be honest, I don't have to forgive him because I don't believe he did it. I never believed he did it. Not for 1 minute. Mm-mm. Right, King Fire. A lot of people subscribe just to watch. And I saw somebody on Twitter saying that they subscribed to watch and then their device wouldn't play it or something. So, like, they just spent money for nothing. I'm trying to get comments. Y'all forgive me for squinting. Micro says, I understand. Truman said the same thing and defended him at that time. Yeah, a lot of us knew better. Say the girl fight was the best. It was 850cc. Y'all make sure y'all subscribing to my channel too, because y'all kicking it with me. So that means y'all do me. So please subscribe to my channel. You chuckled when you saw the pigeon. The pigeon was hilarious. M Block says micro on God. You and me the same page. Miss Nitra is not fair because they knew he would be at him like he stole something. It's true. Yeah, you gotta misspell the words in one. Say grape or not. It wasn't in one. It was micro. Whoever said the RAPE put grape. Okay, don't spell it right. Yeah, Netflix do owe refunds. Should have been on cable, but this was not a regular boxing match. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Listen, King Fire Taylor pissed me off so bad, and everybody who's in Discord knows I was literally screaming at the screen. What I wanted, and I know that it was virtually going to be impossible for Serrano at that point. Serrano won that fight. Serrano gave. Hey, broken horse. You ain't say nothing wrong, but just kind of like I don't know what they do about nigga. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they they let y'all say stuff. Sometimes they don't. But I think it should be good. I don't know why they hit that comment. But yeah, I just and micro. It wouldn't have been the same amount of money. Netflix is who put that money up. Netflix is the reason. That's okay, broken horse. I appreciate it. Netflix is the reason why Mike was able to get $40 million. Can we be for real? Netflix is the reason he was able to get that money. But back to Serrano and Taylor, it was what I wanted to see Serrano be able to do. And I know it was difficult because by that point, there was blood in her eye. I felt bad for that girl because she kept hitting her with her head in the same spot. She kept headbutting her, and that gash was hanging open. And she kept headbutting her in the same spot, in the same spot, in the same spot. Um, and then she kept scrubbing her head against it, like reopening it on purpose, putting that blood there. What I wanted Serrano to do, and at the moment she could have been frustrated on top of having the blood in her eye, and her why her corner wasn't saying this, I don't know. What I wanted to see Serrano do was to sidestep. Because if you watch Taylor carefully, every time she popped her, Taylor came in head first. She came in head first and threw her whole body weight at Serrano because she looks like she's like three times that girl's size. Like that's a big one. And I think that right, Tyrone Mitchell. That's what I wanted to see her do. Hey, Rochelle, I wanted to see her sidestep that big heifer. I wanted her to light her up, and the minute she came charging in with her big old head, sidestep and catch her in the ribs, catch her in the side, take the air out of her. That's what I wanted to see her do. Bianca says Amanda's manager said that Buick does that all with all of her fights. Old dirty heifer. Yeah, she's an old dirty heifer. Micah Goldsmith, you lost $50,000. Micah, did you not realize that Mike was almost 60? And that fight was more than likely just like for exhibition, and they were not going, Mike, we were not gonna get the Mike back in the day. I'm so sad that you lost your money. Oh no. I wish I could give it back to you. Sandy says Serrano is on Twitter saying she's up for a third fight, but in the MMA ring. That's where it needs to be. Because if that big fat cow wants to grapple, then that's exactly where she needs to be. And I think in that MMA ring, that Serrano would give her just what she needs, but she'll never do that. She's a coward. That's why she kept leading with her head. I think she's a disgusting person. Hey, little Debbie Enjoyer. Jesus, that's who was peeking through the window, little Debbie Enjoyer. Jesus was peeking through the window. Okay. Did you say hi? King Fire said, "Yep, she cut her in the face first fight they had with the with headbutts." Yeah. Oh wow. Micah, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know why you did that. I do not know why you did that. Y'all saw BBL Pissy lost about 300,000 on that fight. And I'm just like, you're bad luck. You are bad luck. There were people on Twitter who were saying that Drake betting on him is what gave him bad luck. Because right now Drake is bad luck. Tyrone, you say you 55 and a half. All right. Well, shout out to you. But that's what I wanted to see Serrano do. I really wanted her to take the wind out of that Buffalo. I wanted her to sidestep her and just keep frustrating her and staying out of her reach because she was not there to fight. She was just there to run her head into that girl and lay on her. And it's like you in the ring, you already boxing. Somebody laying their weight on you like that, that takes the wind out of you. And the fact, thank you, Kennedy Monroe. The referee sucked. You took 1 point, but why did you allow her to keep doing that? And you're in there fighting somebody just laying on you like that. Tangling up is one thing, but repeatedly running to lay on her like that, just laying on her, that takes the wind out of you. That takes a lot out of you. I think that I think that Serrano did incredibly well considering that that girl just kept laying on her because that takes it out of you. It takes it out of you. But yeah, I would definitely want to watch a rematch of those of that lady and that thing because I can't call Taylor a lady. And let me say this. After the match, I thoroughly enjoyed watching Serrano not be graceful and just tell her and say what needed to be said, her and her manager. In one, yeah, I do. True. Bianca, why did you delete what Tyrone said? I stay right on that buffalo heifer toes. I stay right on buffalo toes. Listen, they all right, they all right. But y'all have to be careful. Bianca don't play at all. She be watching. Yo, I couldn't understand nothing Taylor said either. At that point, I was ready for her to go. Because what can you say after you fought a dirty fight and you were given the match? At that point, I didn't care what she said, other than bye. I just wanted her to say bye. And it was hilarious because the entire place was booing loud. Okay? DS, you crazy. DS said I didn't like Chewbacca doing that girl like that either. It was too much. It was too much. But listen, wait, USB said sounded like she had a mouthful of I can't. I can't. Okay. Hey, Belicious. Listen, I'm gonna be back in Discord. Y'all listen, Bianca done blinded us with booty cheeks again. But I'm going back to Discord. I'm gonna be live again later because we got to talk. Oh my god, we gotta talk, y'all. Something that happened with them Potomac hoes. King Fire said a cheater has no good or valid words at all. Like we don't want to hear nothing. Ahmed Belton. Well, my name is Shanitra, which would be that's why the channel is named Shanitra. It's not Brown Sugar. I already gave my thoughts. You're a little late. You're gonna have to run it back. You have to run it back. But welcome though. Make sure you subscribe and like my video. So listen, y'all, I'm about to go. I'm gonna come back later. We got some valid, trifling gossip on them Potomac heifers. So we gonna be back. We gonna be back in a few hours. Like, give me a little while to get a few more things done. And we're gonna be back on here talking about them heifers. Okay. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hopefully no more gossip jumps off, because if it does, then I will be back. Okay. But I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay. You know what time it is. If you didn't like the video on the way in, make sure you hit the video, hit the like button on the video on your way out. Subscribe if you not subscribed, because we're happy to have you here. Always, you're always welcome. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video, membership link in the description box, and there is a link for I'm gonna add the links to the description box. There'll also be a link for my book, Little Girl Big World, and there's gonna be a link for my Amazon wish list, our storefront, and our merchandise store. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.